I mean, the Roth conversions, I think everyone's heard of them, and people, I think, tend to simplify it a little too much. They think, well, if I'm going to be at a higher tax bracket later, it makes sense to do the Roth conversion now. If I want to be in a lower tax bracket later, everybody thinks, oh, we're going to put money in a 401 because I'll be in a lower tax bracket in retirement. Maybe that's true. And if that's true, a Roth conversion may or may not make sense. It's not just cut and dried, because we look at not the what's your future tax rate. It's really what is your break even tax rate to make a Roth conversion make sense. And that there's a lot of parameters that go into that. But that's something we can talk to folks about, because there's other things to consider when you start talking about taking money out of a taxable account. There's IRMA charges, surcharges on your Medicare. There's taxation on Social Security benefits. So and just from the measure standard of principle of controlling your money, having more control. And I talk about, hey, if you can get money in a tax-free bucket, that gives you a lot more control down the road. You're not going to be subject to what if interest rate or tax rates do go up in the future. Well, you're fine if you got it in a Roth IRA. But even if that tax rate was lower, RMDs might be forcing you up into a higher tax bracket than maybe you were in during your working years. Or a lot of folks won't necessarily spend all their IRAs. So who are they going to give it to? They're going to give it to their kids, who probably are in a higher tax bracket than they are because they're in their peak working years, earning years still, and they're going to pay an even higher tax rate than mom or dad would. So if you can get those monies converted to a tax-free bucket, it increases your lifetime wealth way more than leaving it stuck in a taxable account.